Hello and a very warm welcome to our health community. I want you to take a moment and picture something with me. Imagine waking up in the morning, swinging your legs out of bed, and standing up with a feeling of solid, sturdy strength. Imagine walking to the kitchen, not with a shuffle, but with a confident stride. Picture yourself easily climbing a flight of stairs to greet a loved one, or bending down in the garden to tend to your flowers, all without that nagging ache, that sudden sharp cramp, or that terrifying feeling of instability. That feeling of freedom, of confidence in your own two legs, is what we all strive for. It's the key to our independence. Now, let's be honest. For many of us, that picture feels a little distant. Instead, the reality might be waking up in the middle of the night with a vice-like grip on your calf muscle. It might be hesitating at the top of the stairs, gripping the handrail tightly. It might be feeling a frustrating weakness in your thighs when you try to get up from a low chair. You might even find yourself saying no to activities you love, simply because you don't trust your legs to carry you safely. Does any of that sound familiar? If it does, I want you to know you are not alone. And more importantly, there is so much you can do about it. We often think that leg weakness and poor mobility are an inevitable part of aging. But I'm here to tell you that's not the whole story. While exercise is incredibly important, there is another often overlooked pillar of strength: nutrition. What you put on your plate is the fuel that builds your bones, powers your muscles, and protects your nerves. Today, we are going to unlock the secrets to building a stronger lower body from the inside out. We're going to dive deep into the 7 most essential powerhouse vitamins and minerals that your legs are practically begging for. These aren't just random nutrients. They are the specific building blocks for preventing weakness, stopping cramps, reducing your risk of falls, and reclaiming your mobility and confidence. Before we jump into our number 1 nutrient, I'd love to know where you're all watching from today. It's wonderful to see our community grow all over the world. Go ahead and drop your city or country in the comments below. And if you're ready to learn how to keep your body strong and vibrant for years to come, do me a favor and hit that red subscribe button and ring the notification bell. That way you'll never miss out on these vital health tips. All right, are you ready to build some stronger legs? Let's get started. First on our list is the one and only vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin. But I like to call it the strength vitamin. Its role in lower body health is monumental, and unfortunately it's one of the most common deficiencies among adults, especially seniors. Vitamin D plays 2 critical roles for your legs. First, it acts like a gatekeeper for calcium. You can consume all the calcium in the world, but without enough vitamin D, your body can't absorb it properly. Think of vitamin D as the key that unlocks the door, allowing calcium to enter your bones and make them strong and dense. Secondly, and this is a game changer, recent research has shown that vitamin D receptors are present directly in your muscle tissue. This means it plays a direct role in muscle function, strength, and balance. Strong muscles and strong bones are the ultimate duo for preventing falls. When you're low on vitamin D, the consequences can be serious. Your bones can become brittle, leading to a condition called osteomalacia in adults, which is a softening of the bones, and significantly increasing the risk of osteoporosis and fractures from a fall. Furthermore, deficiency is directly linked to muscle weakness, particularly in the large muscles of your thighs and hips, the very muscles you need to stand up, climb stairs, and catch your balance. Numerous studies have linked low vitamin D levels in older adults to a higher risk of falls, reduced mobility, and slower walking speed. A review published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that vitamin D supplementation could reduce the risk of falls in older adults by over 20%. That's a powerful statistic. While sunlight is the best source, it can be tricky. Many of us live in climates with long winters, or we rightly protect our skin with sunscreen. So we must turn to food. Excellent sources include fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. You can also find it in cod liver oil, beef liver, egg yolks, and fortified foods like milk, orange juice, and cereals. For most seniors, diet alone isn't enough to reach optimal levels. This is one vitamin where supplementation is often recommended. A common dose is between 800 to 2,000 IU per day, but this is crucial. Always talk to your doctor before starting any supplement. They can perform a simple blood test to check your levels and recommend the precise dose that's right for you. If you can, try to get 15 to 20 minutes of midday sun on your arms and legs a few times a week, but balance this with safe sun practices. Number 2. Calcium. If vitamin D is the gatekeeper, calcium is the brick and mortar. These two work hand in hand, and you absolutely need both for a sturdy frame. Calcium's primary job is building and maintaining bone density. About 99% of your body's calcium is stored in your bones and teeth. Your legs house the largest bones in your body, the femur, tibia, and fibula. Keeping them dense and strong is your #1 defense against a life-altering fracture from a slip or fall. But calcium does more than just build bone. It's also essential for proper muscle function. Every time a muscle in your leg contracts, whether you're taking a step or just wiggling your toes, it requires calcium ions to trigger that movement. A long-term lack of calcium forces your body to do something clever but destructive. It leaches calcium from your bones to maintain levels in the blood for other critical functions like muscle contraction and nerve signaling. Over time, this steadily weakens your bones, leading directly to osteoporosis, where bones become porous and fragile. A simple fall that might have just caused a bruise in your youth could lead to a debilitating hip or leg fracture. Low calcium can also contribute to muscle aches and cramps. The link between calcium intake and bone health is one of the most well-established facts in nutrition science. The National Osteoporosis Foundation emphasizes that adequate calcium and vitamin D intake throughout life is a key strategy for preventing osteoporosis. Dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese are famously rich in calcium. But if you're lactose intolerant or prefer plant-based options, there are fantastic sources available. Look for dark leafy greens like kale, collard greens, and broccoli. Canned sardines and salmon, with the bones, are calcium powerhouses. Other great sources include fortified plant milks, almond, soy, oat, tofu made with calcium sulfate, and beans like white beans and chickpeas. The recommended daily intake for adults over 50 is around 1,200 milligrams. It's best to get this from food, as your body absorbs it more efficiently. If you find you're falling short, a supplement can help. Calcium carbonate is best taken with food, while calcium citrate can be taken anytime. To maximize absorption, don't take more than 500 to 600 milligrams at once. Split your dose between morning and evening. And remember, calcium needs its partner vitamin D to do its job. Number 3. Vitamin B12. Let's move from the bones and muscles to the intricate communication network that controls them, your nerves. This is where vitamin B12 takes center stage. Vitamin B12 is absolutely critical for the health of your nervous system. It helps maintain the protective coating around your nerves, known as the myelin sheath. Think of this sheath as the insulation around an electrical wire. If that insulation gets frayed, the signal gets weak, distorted, or lost altogether. For your legs, this means the signals from your brain telling your muscles to move, and the signals from your feet telling your brain where they are in space, a sense called proprioception, can be impaired. A B12 deficiency can be devastating for mobility, and is surprisingly common in older adults as our ability to absorb it from food decreases with age. The early signs often show up in the lower body: numbness, tingling, or a pins and needles sensation in your feet and legs. This can progress to difficulty with balance, walking problems, and muscle weakness. Because it affects your sense of where your feet are, a B12 deficiency is a major, often hidden contributor to falls. Neurological symptoms are a hallmark of vitamin B12 deficiency. Studies published in journals like Neurology have shown a clear correlation between low B12 levels and peripheral neuropathy, nerve damage in the extremities, as well as balance and gait disorders in seniors. Vitamin B12 is found almost exclusively in animal products. The best sources are clams, beef liver, trout, salmon, tuna, beef, and dairy products like milk and yogurt. For those on a plant-based diet, it's essential to consume B12 fortified foods like nutritional yeast, certain plant milks, and cereals. Because absorption is a key issue, especially for those over 50 or taking certain medications like metformin or acid reducers, supplementation is often necessary. A blood test is the only way to know for sure. B12 supplements are available as pills, sublingual, under-the-tongue tablets, or even injections for severe deficiencies. If you experience persistent numbness or balance issues, ask your doctor to specifically test your B12 levels. It could be a simple, life-changing fix. Number 4. Magnesium. Ever been jolted awake by an excruciating Charlie horse in your calf? Or do you suffer from that irritating, creepy-crawly feeling of restless leg syndrome? If so, you need to meet your new best friend, magnesium. If calcium tells your muscles to contract, magnesium tells them to relax. It's the off switch. Every single muscle movement is a dance between calcium and magnesium. Without enough magnesium, your muscles can get stuck in the on position, leading to cramps, spasms, and tightness. Magnesium is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body, including energy production, nerve function, and blood sugar control, all of which impact how your legs feel and perform. Low magnesium levels are a very common cause of muscle cramps, particularly nighttime leg cramps that can wreck your sleep. It's also strongly linked to restless leg syndrome. Beyond cramps, a deficiency can lead to generalized muscle weakness, fatigue, and even irregular heartbeats. Since many common medications, like diuretics, can deplete magnesium, it's a mineral we need to pay close attention to. Research, including studies in the journal Magnesium Research, has shown that magnesium supplementation can be an effective treatment for reducing the frequency and intensity of nocturnal leg cramps. Its role in calming the nervous system also helps explain its benefits for restless leg syndrome. Magnesium is abundant in the plant world. Think dark leafy greens like spinach and Swiss chard. Nuts and seeds, especially almonds, cashews, and pumpkin seeds, are fantastic sources. Legumes like black beans and edamame, whole grains like brown rice and quinoa, avocados, and even dark chocolate are packed with magnesium. Many people don't get enough magnesium from their diet. If you're struggling with cramps, consider a supplement. Magnesium glycinate is a form that is well absorbed and gentle on the stomach. Start with a low dose, around 200 milligrams before bed. Another wonderful tip is to try an Epsom salt bath. Epsom salt is magnesium sulfate, which can be absorbed through the skin, helping to relax sore, tired leg muscles directly. And as always, consult your healthcare provider. Number 5. Potassium. Potassium is a mighty mineral and a crucial electrolyte that often flies under the radar. It's essential for keeping your internal engine running smoothly. Potassium works closely with sodium to manage fluid balance in your body and is fundamental for nerve signaling and muscle contractions. It helps conduct the electrical signals along your nerves and muscles. When potassium levels are optimal, your muscles, including the large ones in your legs, can contract and relax efficiently. It keeps them hydrated and ready for action. Low potassium, or hypokalemia, can lead to profound muscle weakness, fatigue, and cramps. It can feel like your legs are tired, heavy, or just won't cooperate. Because it's so vital for all muscle function, severe deficiency can even affect the muscles involved in breathing and the rhythm of your heart. It's a serious issue. The World Health Organization highlights the importance of adequate potassium intake for cardiovascular health and blood pressure control. For our legs, its role as an electrolyte is key. When you sweat, you lose potassium, which is why athletes often reach for potassium-rich foods like bananas to prevent cramping and weakness. The same principle applies to daily life for maintaining muscle readiness. Forget the myth that bananas are the only good source. While they are good, many other foods are even better. The real champions are potatoes and sweet potatoes with the skin on, white beans, leafy greens like spinach, avocados, and dried fruits like apricots. Tomatoes, especially in sauce or paste form, are loaded with potassium. It's generally best to get potassium from food. High-dose potassium supplements can be dangerous and should only be taken under strict medical supervision, as they can impact heart function. The simple, safe solution is to focus on incorporating more potassium-rich whole foods into your diet. A baked potato with a side of spinach is a potassium powerhouse that can do wonders for preventing that feeling of leg fatigue. Number 6. Vitamin K. This is a nutrient you might not have connected to leg health before, but its role is absolutely critical, especially when we talk about calcium. Think of vitamin K as the smart traffic cop for calcium in your body. We now know we need calcium for our bones, but how do we make sure that calcium actually goes to our bones and doesn't end up in places it shouldn't be, like our arteries or soft tissues? That's vitamin K's job, specifically a form called vitamin K2. It activates proteins that help bind calcium to the bone matrix, effectively directing it into your skeleton where it belongs. This keeps your bones strong and your arteries clear and flexible. Without enough vitamin K2, calcium can be deposited in the arteries, leading to calcification and stiffness, a major risk factor for heart disease. At the same time, your bones are being starved of the very mineral they need, increasing your risk of osteoporosis and fractures. So, a deficiency creates a dangerous double whammy for your health. Emerging research is incredibly exciting in this area. Studies published in journals like Osteoporosis International have shown that higher K2 intake is associated with greater bone mineral density and a reduced risk of fractures, particularly hip fractures in older adults. It's the missing link in the vitamin D and calcium partnership. There are two main forms of vitamin K. K1 is found in leafy green vegetables like kale, spinach, and broccoli, and it's primarily involved in blood clotting. K2, the form most important for bone health, is a bit harder to find. It's produced by bacteria, so it's found in fermented foods like natto, a fermented soybean dish, certain hard cheeses like Gouda and Brie, and grass-fed animal products like egg yolks, butter, and liver. Given that K2 can be tricky to get from a typical Western diet, supplementation is a viable option, often combined with vitamin D. Look for supplements that specify the form MK7, which is a long-lasting and effective type of K2. Discussing a D3/K2 combination supplement with your doctor could be a fantastic strategy for comprehensive bone and cardiovascular support. Number 7. Vitamin B6. Last but certainly not least in our powerhouse lineup is vitamin B6. This versatile vitamin is a behind-the-scenes hero for your leg health. Vitamin B6 is a workhorse. It's involved in over 100 enzyme reactions, but two are especially important for your legs. First, it helps create neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers that your nerve cells use to communicate with each other. This ensures the commands from your brain to your leg muscles are clear and precise. Second, vitamin B6 is essential for forming hemoglobin, the protein in your red blood cells that carries oxygen. Your leg muscles need a constant, rich supply of oxygen to produce energy and function properly without fatiguing quickly. A lack of B6 can lead to issues similar to a B12 deficiency, including peripheral neuropathy, with symptoms of numbness and pain in the hands and feet. It can also cause a specific type of anemia, leading to fatigue, shortness of breath, and a feeling of weakness in your limbs. You might feel like you just don't have the get up and go in your legs. The role of B6 in nerve health is well documented. Deficiencies are known to cause neurological symptoms. Its role in energy metabolism means that maintaining adequate levels is crucial for anyone wanting to stay active and avoid that feeling of heavy, tired legs. Thankfully, vitamin B6 is found in a wide variety of foods. Some of the best sources include chickpeas, a key ingredient in hummus, tuna, salmon, chicken breast, potatoes, and fortified cereals. Bananas and avocados also make another appearance on this list, proving just how valuable they are. Deficiency is less common with B12 or D, but it can happen. If you're considering a B-complex supplement, it will typically include B6. Be mindful that extremely high doses of B6 from supplements over a long period can actually cause nerve damage, so it's vital to stick to recommended amounts and, you guessed it, talk to your doctor first. Focusing on a varied whole foods diet is your best bet. So there you have it, our 7 champions for strong, stable, and pain-free legs. We have vitamin D for muscle strength and calcium absorption, calcium for the very structure of your bones, vitamin B12 to protect your nerves and balance, magnesium to relax your muscles and stop cramps, potassium to power your muscle contractions and fight fatigue, vitamin K2 to direct calcium to your bones, and vitamin B6 to ensure your nerves and muscles can communicate and get the oxygen they need. I know that was a lot of information, but I want you to leave here today feeling empowered, not overwhelmed. You don't have to change everything overnight. The journey to stronger legs starts with a single step. Here is your action plan. Review your diet. Look at the food lists we discussed. Can you add 1 or 2 new things to your grocery list this week? Maybe some spinach for magnesium and potassium, or some salmon for vitamin D and B12. Talk to your doctor. This is the most important step. Ask them about getting your vitamin D and B12 levels tested. Discuss your symptoms, like cramps or weakness, and ask if any of these nutrients could be playing a role. Take action. Don't just watch this video and forget about it. Use it as your guide. Your health, your mobility, and your independence are worth fighting for, and nutrition is one of your most powerful weapons. You have the power to build a body that can carry you through life with strength and confidence. You deserve to walk without fear, sleep without pain, and live without limits. Thank you so much for investing this time in your health today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel reach more people who need this information. And share your biggest takeaway in the comments below. What's one change you're inspired to make? And finally, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We have so much more to share to help you live your healthiest, most vibrant life. Until next time, stay strong, stay active, and take great care.